Hi guys! So for this week's how-to video, I'm going to show you guys how to make your very own scrunchies. All you need to make a scrunchie is some kind of fabric, a needle, scissors, sewing thread, and some kind of glass or jar. So the first step to making this craft is to measure and cut out a 9 cm by 40 cm rectangle piece of fabric. You then want to take that piece of fabric and determine the good side of it. Then wrap it around the jar. The side of the material that you don't want should be facing the glass. Once that is done, secure it with an elastic. You then want to play with it until there's an even amount of fabric on each side of the elastic. You can now start the sewing portion of your scrunchie. Taking the edges of your fabric and essentially folding it over the elastic, you want to sew the outer edges all the way around the jar. So if desired, instead of sewing by hand, you can also use a sewing machine. If you are, this next step is not required. So since I find sewing by hand is not the most durable and tough method, I like to go back and sew the edge of the fabric a second time. So now the outer edges are all sewn and you can take off your scrunchie from the jar. So now you're finished sewing all the edges together except for the middle openings. So right now, since we used the bad side of the fabric against the jar, that's the side that's showing on the exterior of the scrunchie. So we now want to fold the fabric inside out to bring out the good side. What this does is that it hides all of our sewing stitches. So once you're done unfolding the scrunchie, the right side of the fabric should be the one on the exterior. So now, with both of your edges, you want to take one of the openings and tuck in the other side. Once that is done, you're down to the last step. So where one side is tucked into the other, you want to sew right down the line. Since these stitches will show, this is where I recommend using thread that will match your fabric. Once this step is done, you've successfully made your very own scrunchie. Thanks for watching!